back to my channel. Today's video I want to talk about how I got better at beauty photography, because I'd love to share just a few of my tips that I think helped improve my work and give a little bit of inspiration to maybe people out there who are struggling with just pushing forward with their work at the moment. I want to go through a few tips that I think I've learned over the last year in particular. For those of you who don't know, I really jumped into beauty photography full-time probably about nearly a year ago now. 9 months to a year. So I think that I've picked up a lot of information and learned a lot of things in the last year that I would love to share with everyone else today. I also think that a lot of these tips can apply to pretty much bettering yourself at any type of genre of photography. So keep that in mind when watching this video too. So my first tip, or my first thing that I came to realize about bettering my photography and getting better at it, was that I was asking for feedback. And I think that this is a really important thing to ask in close relation to makeup artists, because makeup artists are kind of like your team when you're working on a beauty shoot. And this would go for a hairstylist as well if they were on board, but it's really interesting to get their opinion. There's only so much that I know about makeup personally, and it gets to a point where sometimes I don't know if something looks good, or I don't know if something looks the way that it's supposed to look. So it's really good to ask for that feedback when you're retouching afterwards or during the shoot, and asking for that feedback from the makeup artist of, is it meant to look like this? Would you want something changed? Is the lighting right for it? And I think that really helps you bond with the makeup artist too, because they can appreciate that they're getting a say in how the images look too, and it just works for a better collaboration overall. My second tip is shooting a lot in a very short amount of time, and I think this can go for any genre of photography or anything that you want to do in life, is just doing a lot of it. And for me, within the span of about up to around 6 months, I think, I was shooting every month, and I was shooting so much. Every photo shoot was just consistently trying new things and really just trying to hone in on my skills and really perfect them and refine them. And it was really exciting for me because it was a new genre of photography that I hadn't experimented with as much. So I was doing it a lot and I was really enjoying it too. I truly am a believer in, if you are doing enough of something, or if you're shooting a lot, then you will get better. With the quantity of images that you're taking comes quality, I think, in the end. I think you just need to keep pushing forth and keep shooting all the time. The same actually went for my retouching, which is my next point. Retouching was something that I was doing every day, and beauty retouching, as most of you guys will probably know, is very different to your regular retouching. It's a lot more in depth, there's a lot more going on, and it's a lot harder. So I had to really refine my skills in that field. And it was something that I worked on consistently for weeks and weeks and weeks, and I just kept doing it and trying new things, watching tutorials, and basically just living in Photoshop for a long time. So I think that along with my second point go hand in hand together for beauty photography in particular. If you want to improve, retouching is a huge part of that too. The next way I got better at beauty photography was I experimented a lot at home with studio lighting. And the way that I used this to get better was that I was able to do it at any time I wanted to. I didn't have to hire a studio. I was just practicing so much at home. Sometimes I would get Dan, my boyfriend, to sit down and I would play around with lighting, and I think it really helped to do a lot of my photo shoots at home as well, because I was able to shoot pretty much whenever I wanted. I could shoot every day if I wanted to, and it wouldn't take too much effort or too much money to invest into doing a setup or to doing a shoot. I knew I could do it because it was at home and it was easier that way. So I think that's a really good point for any beginners out there. If you're struggling with finances, maybe this is one way that you can improve quickly, is by doing things from home and doing things on a budget that way. And my last point was that I actually kept my focus on the beauty niche. So for quite a while there, I stopped doing location shoots altogether, and I just kept my focus. I kept my focus on beauty photography and on my retouching, and I think that was what helped me improve it so much quicker, because I was always doing it and I was always having my sights set on beauty photography and not other genres. I was also focusing on the subgenres of beauty photography as well, which included skincare and makeup and jewelry and hair care. So there were other things for me to really hone in my focus and refine my skills with, and that's what I did. I just focused on that one genre for such a specific amount of time, and I think that's how, with all of these points together, I really managed to improve my photography, my beauty photography, a lot quicker than maybe I did with my location photography across the span of 10 years. I feel like I improved my skills with beauty photography in such a short amount of time, and those ways were generally how I did it. So guys, I hope this video was helpful for you. If you have any tips on how to improve beauty photography, make sure you put them down in the comments section below, because so many beginners like to see other people's tips and tricks as well. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do, and click the notification bell so you can make sure to see all of my videos that I'll have in coming weeks. So thanks again guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!